Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be checking out filming locations of the Thriller video. First name Greg, last name Vlog Show. Vámonos! Now remember, this video was filmed 40 years ago as of the recording of this video. So there may be a lot of changes that we're gonna see, but that's the whole point. We're gonna see then and now. So we're starting off the video right here at the Palace Theater here in downtown LA, where Ola Ray and Michael Jackson come out of at the beginning of the video Thriller. Obviously, there are some differences. The ticket booth is no longer there. And also, there used to be a place where you can place posters right in here. Right about here is where the Vincent Price poster was, right here. And on this side, there were various other posters behind Michael Jackson as he spoke to Ola Ray. So if you look closely right here, this would have been where the Thriller banner was, right here. Now the Thriller banner was, I think, probably because the lobby looks a lot different without the banner there. But without that banner there, you would have seen this chandelier hanging up there. So it was right about here where Ola Ray, Michael Jackson's girlfriend in the video, was standing, and over her shoulder you could see a couple posters right in here. And then over here is where Michael Jackson was standing, and behind him you could see other various posters right back here. Let's get a better look back here because it's a little hard to tell because of this roll down gate here that they have up. Luckily it's see-through, but yeah. So right about there, back here would be the posters where Michael Jackson was standing, talking to Ola Ray, and bam, right there. A few minor details from 1982, 1983 to today, 2023. This place actually looks very much the same as it did when they recorded the video. When the video was shot, you can see that there was some red carpeting in the lobby here. Now, this was a different storefront at the time of the recording of the Thriller video. But you do see this address in the background as the camera pans down. I mean, from the lights underneath the entrance of the movie theater to the sidewalk, from that grid look on the sign here for the movie theater to the neon lights, to the entrance, to the sidewalk, everything looks the same. Now, the only thing that really changed in this video is time. Now, it's been 40 years since the recording of that video. So time and where, it's gonna naturally look a little more old and dingy, I guess. Now, if you wanted to come out here and see the theater for yourself, it's at 630 South Broadway, downtown LA. I believe it's considered the jewelry district. Which makes perfect sense because every way you turn, there's a jewelry store. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the second filming location, and this is where the zombie dance takes place. Unfortunately, unlike the theater, there has been a lot of changes around here. Let's get into it. Now, a lot of the shots are right up against this wall here, and now this wall has changed a little bit too, and we're gonna get into that in a minute. But first, let's talk about a few things that have completely changed in this area. Well, first of all, in the video, you could see a side of a building. It's a side of a barn. And I was hoping it was still going to be here, but it's, you know, time has changed. 40 years since this has been filmed. So right in this area here used to be a big kind of barn shed-like thing, and it kind of had like sheet metal texture on the side of the building, and that was all right in this area. Now also, the silos from the video is also gone, which is a bummer. Now you can see way back there are still some silos here, but they didn't look like that. They were much more of in a row, and there was no kind of building topping the silo like that. But for the sake of the video and the sake of this discussion, they looked similar to those. But because the silos are gone, it's a little hard to tell exactly where it was. And I was gonna line up all the shots because it was gonna go off of where the silos were. But, well, things have changed. So I was gonna look for the manhole that the zombie comes out of, hoping that there was only one here, but there's 3 of them. I'm not sure which one he comes out of, but. So the color and the shape of the wall has changed a bit. Other than that, you can tell this is the same wall. It was right here where Michael Jackson and Ole Ray were surrounded by zombies. Ooh. It was right around in here where Ole Ray turns around and sees that Michael Jackson turned into a zombie. The only real part of the wall that changed is the very top of it. As you can see, these little pillars, or whatever you want to call them, kind of mesh with the rest of the wall now. Whereas back when this was recorded in 1983, 82, 83, we had a little bit of a ledge that went over, but now it's much more on par, leading me to believe that they probably raised the wall a bit. Now a lot has changed on this wall, but I'm glad they kept some of the integrity of the wall. I mean, you got these rectangle shapes here still, and you got these kind of middle section here. Now, since so many things have changed, we got to look for the things that are still the same, right? So if we look back here, this building obviously is still the same, and this lamppost right here is shown in the video right where they're doing the zombie dance. So it was right about here where Michael Jackson and the zombies do the zombie dance. And it's an upward shot of Michael Jackson and the zombies. And oftentimes you can see this building right here in the background. This is sort of kind of the shot, kind of hard to do with a small camera like this to completely match it up, but also these cars going by don't make it easy either. So I have this dude off in the distance just like staring at me, and I have no idea why. I'm on public property and it's none of his business. I don't know, this kind of stuff happens all the time. That guy came over here and confronted me. I'm like, dude, this is public property, man. So weird, because the guy's not a security guard. He's just some dude with a paintbrush in his hand and a cell phone. Other than that, I don't know what his problem is. Oh no, looks like Mickey got caught up on the barbed wire. Oh man. Ooh, if that ain't a lawsuit waiting to happen, I don't know what is. Now, about 20 minutes from the zombie dance scene is the Thriller house. Now, I think this house is perfect because being up on a hill like it is and getting a house that looks, well, pretty roughed up. Just these upward shots, though, gives it a very cinematic feeling. You feel kind of a bit of dread when you're looking up at things in a movie. So it's just a perfect layout. These are the steps that Ola Ray runs up, and Michael Jackson and his zombie crew, whatever you want to call it, a zombie gang, follow her up these stairs into the house. It's kind of interesting. Every time I see photos of this house, you have the kind of burnt wood up here on the side, right above the porch, and I'm just wondering are they leaving that on purpose? You know, actually, the more I look at it, I realize that did not catch fire. I think that's just kind of withering away part of the house. Actually, looks like they might be working on it, because there's two different kind of recent looking beams up there, kind of helping to hold this whole structure up. You know, to come to think of it, the zombies probably did that. Yeah, they came along and they smashed that little area up, and they never fixed it. This place better have zombie insurance.
Excuse me, sir, do you have zombie insurance?
What? No. Why? Why would I want that? Be warned. Pun intended. Be warned. Bees. Protect this place. We cannot forget about this ominous tree over here, just kind of lingering over the top of the house. You know what I love about this house and the choice of views in this house is it's got a very Hitchcock feeling to it. The house, besides a few maybe paint jobs over the 40 years, looks pretty much the same. The last I heard, this house was changed into a duplex. So the house has been separated into two different living areas. So it appears that maybe people are renting this place now.
Tom, Jen, Bob, and Tim all move into a house together in a new zany comedy, The Zomdashians.
It's interesting. I can't believe I'm at the Thriller House. This is so cool. So before I leave, I just want to point out, I also read on Google, you always got to take everything that you read on Google with a grain of salt, but this whole block here with all these Victorian homes and Gothic homes are historically protected. And if you look around at a lot of these Victorian homes, man, they are gorgeous. Kind of remind me a little bit of San Francisco. I wonder what this place does around Halloween time. I think if I was a millionaire, I would build a street that's dedicated to scary homes. And I would build the Thriller House. And next door to the Thriller House would be the Michael Myers house. And next to the Michael Myers house would be the Psycho house. Wouldn't that be cool? I just on and on and on. All the scary homes, all on one block. Please, let's make this happen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, you're also gonna like this video right over here. This video also does a Michael Jackson thing where we talk about something about Michael Jackson. Go check it out right there, and I'll see you over there. Bye, guys.